Okay, so Tom, you've been working on what monologue?
It's from a play called The Dead Monkey, and it's a monologue from the character of the vet.
Okay, who wrote the play?
It was. It doesn't.
Yeah, it says right on the front at the top there.
Oh, Nick Dark.
Okay, right, and Robson, you're working on
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
by
Tom.
top of the page. Tom Stoppard.
Tom Stoppard.
Okay,
Stoppard.
and you're playing.
Rosencrantz.
And you're playing
The vet.
the vet. Okay. So initially, how have you had to, or how has these monologues helped you to improve your technique vocally? Robson?
Change in tone's really good because he goes on about death, and he thinks that as a normal thing, but then he gets angry about it, and you have to be careful with that change in tone. One, because you have to be careful about articulators and resonators, because you want to be clear on what you're saying when you're angry, and clear what I'm saying when I'm calm, and there needs to be a difference in between so you can notice that.
Okay. Tom?
With mine, when we did the vocal order before, excuse me, we noticed that my breath control and my pace generally needed improvement. So in my monologue, I need to talk to these people that aren't actually there physically with me. So I need to get a conversational pace going. So that's sort of my challenge against that. Just to try and get like a natural feel to it, because it's quite a naturalistic play to me.
What sort of vocal demands are there on you to play this character, Robson? What decisions have you made about how you're going to present him vocally?
I've given him a Cockney accent, which is quite a common accent to do, and it's talk about death. Posh people don't really talk about death, they're just quite British and they carry on, that kind of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think pace is a big one for me. And he has to get a thought going, and everything is attached to one thought, and one line triggers another line, and I have to have a nice bit of pause between each line, and not have one line then one line straight after. There has to be a good pause in between.
Okay. Are there any other sort of vocal demands, like this type of language that he uses? Any difficult wording or?
There are things that I have changed for the Cockney accent, because there are words in there that have to be changed because of the Cockney slang.
Can you give me an example?
What's your name? You go, what's your name, as in one word, not what's your name's in three.
Okay.
That's probably just what I can give you.
Alright, brilliant. And Tom? What decisions have you made about your character?
Well, mine, I developed the character by, first of all, he's American. It was an American play, so I gave him an American accent. That was the first challenge. I've also decided to keep him quite passionate about his job, so the character is quite passionate. So in different parts of the monologue, I'll be quite emotional, but then I'll just suddenly snap back to normal, and then I can be quite passionate and quite forward towards one part where I say, like, I'll try you out on the backs. So I'm really trying to, I'm up for it. But I also elongate some of the vowel sounds, try and create that character, just to sort of develop it a little bit more and keep it not so it's just me doing an accent. Just trying to do opposite of how I talk.
Okay. In terms of your vocal improvement, how do you feel you've improved vocally, either of you, over the rehearsal process? Where do you feel you've developed your skills?
My articulation with this character is much better than how I talk normally. So where I've added the American accent, some of like my T sounds and things like that, to me they seem to be coming out a lot more than how I normally speak.
Mm-hmm.
Same as Tom, definitely articulation and projection as well, because it's hard to shout, or not really shout, project in an angry way. Articulation is always a big one for me. So trying to get it all right